Hello, MotoGP fans. There's something new. Come on, let's read the full story. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Meta description, place this under your title. Is Fabio Quartararo deliberately holding back with the V4? Is qualifying being manipulated behind the scenes? Is TECH3 truly on the verge of becoming Ducati's new satellite? And is Marco Bezzecchi preparing to inherit the legend of Rossi? Watch closely, and tell us what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe for the full truth. Article narrative. What if everything you thought you were watching on the MotoGP timing screens was not the full story? What if the calm lap times, the strange qualifying flow, the quiet paddock smiles, and the polite press statements were only the surface of a much deeper power shift that could redefine the entire future of MotoGP? Before you continue, ask yourself this: is Fabio Quartararo truly struggling with the new V4, or is he deliberately hiding something? And while you're here, if this story makes your heart beat faster, if you feel the tension rising the same way the paddock does every weekend, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe, because what you are about to read is not just news, it is the beginning of a new era. The rumors began quietly, as they always do, drifting through the garages long before the microphones were turned on. Mechanics whispered, data engineers stared too long at their laptops, team managers suddenly became careful with their words, and the writers smiled. At the center of it all stood Fabio Quartararo, world champion, symbol of Yamaha's hopes, now sitting on a machine that should have rewritten his destiny, the long-awaited V4. Yet something did not add up. The bike sounded right, the telemetry looked promising, the corner exits were sharper than ever, and still Fabio was not pushing. He was not attacking the lap. He was not extracting the time that everyone in the paddock knew the machine could deliver. The question that spread like wildfire was simple and terrifying: is Quartararo intentionally riding slower? Every session only deepened the mystery. The V4 screamed down the straights with raw potential, but Fabio's throttle hand told another story. His lap times hovered in a strange middle ground, competitive, but not explosive, precise, but never desperate. When journalists asked him directly, he laughed. When engineers pressed him in private, he shrugged. When rival teams tried to decode his intentions, they found nothing but contradictions. Some believed he was protecting the engine. Others suspected Yamaha wanted to collect clean data without revealing their true pace. But a third theory, the one that now dominates the paddock, was far more dangerous. Fabio Quartararo was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Then came qualifying. Or rather, the two qualifications. On the timing sheets it looked like confusion. On the schedule it looked like chaos. In the paddock, it felt like a message. Two qualification attempts. Two different approaches. Two separate stories told by the same riders. One soft run. One disguised push. It was as if the entire grid had agreed to perform a public rehearsal while hiding the real performance behind closed garage doors. Ducati's engineers were the first to react. They did not complain. They did not protest. They simply started watching TECH3 very closely. For months TECH3 had been drifting closer to Ducati's orbit, not in official statements, not in press conferences, but in small technical exchanges, in shared data conversations, in body language that no camera could fully capture. Writers from TECH3 suddenly had access to information they had never touched before. Engineers were seen studying Ducati's corner exit philosophy. Even the hospitality tents seemed to migrate closer together. And when the qualifying confusion unfolded, Ducati did not appear surprised at all. They appeared prepared. Behind the scenes, the political map of MotoGP was being redrawn. Yamaha, historically proud and independent, was now holding a machine that could either rescue them or expose their weaknesses forever. Ducati, already dominant, smelled opportunity. TECH3, always hungry for a bigger future, stood at the center of a potential alliance that could reshape the grid. And floating above it all was the shadow of Valentino Rossi. The name alone still commands the paddock. Rossi is not just history, he is structure, identity, and power. For years the question has echoed through MotoGP: who truly replaces Rossi? Who carries the spirit, the presence, the gravitational pull of that legacy? Slowly, almost quietly, Marco Bezzecchi has been stepping into that space. Not with arrogance. Not with noise. With results. With maturity. With the calm of a rider who understands that legends are not created in one race, but in the patience of 1,000 decisions. And now the whispers are growing louder. Bezzecchi is being positioned. Not simply as a fast rider. Not simply as a championship contender. But as a symbolic successor, a new face for a new generation. If TECH3 locks arms with Ducati, if Ducati continues its expansion, if Yamaha's V4 finally explodes into full power, the gravitational center of MotoGP could shift away from old alliances and toward a future where Bezzecchi stands at the front of a new dynasty. This is where Quartararo's strange calm becomes terrifying. Because if Fabio is deliberately holding back, if his V4 is only showing half of its truth, then the moment he unleashes it will not be about winning one race. It will be about sending a message: Yamaha is not done. The king is not stepping down. The war has only begun. Riders feel it. Engineers feel it. Fans feel it. Every lap now carries more than lap time, it carries intention. Every qualifying session is no longer just about grid position, it is about revealing and concealing power. Every contract conversation is no longer about next season, it is about shaping the next decade. Some in the paddock believe we are watching the most dangerous phase of the sport, the quiet phase. The moment before the storm. Because once Quartararo decides to stop hiding, once Ducati makes its next move with TECH3, once Bezzecchi fully steps into the role destiny seems to be offering him, MotoGP will not look the same again. So ask yourself, is Fabio Quartararo struggling? Or is he preparing something that will shock the entire championship? Is TECH3 merely flirting with Ducati, or is a new empire being built in silence? And is Marco Bezzecchi simply rising, or is he about to become the new symbol of an era that begins when legends finally let go? The answers are not coming in press releases. They are coming on the track. And when they arrive, they will arrive fast, loud, and irreversible. Now tell us what you think. Is Quartararo hiding his true power? Is Ducati already rewriting the future? Is Bezzecchi the next Rossi? Leave your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this story moved you, and subscribe, because MotoGP is changing, and you are witnessing it in real time.